Daily Diet with Father Pascal.
Even though salvation is available to everyone, a personal effort and commitment is needed for one to secure a wedding garment for the eternal banquet. A Jewish wedding takes a long period of time, let's say a week. Neighbors and friends are always happy and willing to lend wedding garments to neighbors who are not having one. However, when it's a royal wedding, just like the one in the gospel, wedding robes are being provided to those who wish to come to the banquet or do not have a wedding garment. Invitations have been sent and those who are invited has refused to come. Now the master sends that all should be invited into the wedding feast. Now comes one who does not have a wedding garment who was present in the wedding banquet. Now invitation that was delivered to a whole range of people shows that the church is multicultural, multicolor, multilingual, multi-ethnic. Now we should make no mistake, because no nation or personality has a lock to the gate of heaven. Jesus' message was that God extends a gracious invitation to people to participate in his kingdom. That is, the Lord's table is open to all who are willing correctly to receive it. But it is important that each one examines how he or she approaches it. This invitation some took for grace, while others took it for granted. What others took as an extension of God's love, some took it for an excuse. That is why they paid no attention and went off, one to his farm, another to his business. To go to your farm is to involve yourself excessively in earthly toil. To go to your business is to long for the gains brought by our worldly activity. One person is concerned with earthly toil, another is devoted to the business of this world. Neither took notice of the mystery of the lost incarnation and God's invitation to salvation. When asked about his wedding garment, he was speechless. This speechlessness represents a superficial response to Christ's gospel. I call it intentional ignorance of God's graciousness and call to salvation. Such persons view the gracious invitation of the gospel as a mere formality. They assume themselves worthy of the invitation. They feel as they are doing God a favor being present in the wedding. What others receive as grace, they took for granted. The parable reminds and warns us that membership into the church alone does not guarantee our eternal salvation, but we must come along with garments of humility, garment of meekness, garment of patience, garments of compassion.